Hello, YouTube family. Anasa here with Anasa Wellness. I'm being at this moment. I am embracing at this moment the role of a quantum healing hypnosis therapist. Most specifically, working with Illuminated quantum healing hypnosis right now. And I'm also being somebody that is here helping you to or better yet, holding space to support you on your journey of self-knowledge and self-study. And I'm enjoying very much to come out to you with those videos. And if you are curious to know why I'm saying I am being instead of I am, I would suggest you, and I'm going to put the link right here of a video that I talk a little bit more about me and how I came up with this expression of being at this moment, this person that is working with certain specific techniques. And this goes right along with the theme of the video that I wanted to bring to you today. Today I want to talk about purpose. And this is one of the things that comes a lot in my sessions. The Illuminated Quantum Healing Sessions, if you're not familiar with them, I can also leave another link here on this video that you have more information on what Illuminated Quantum Healing is. But basically, it's a technique that allows you to go into your subconscious mind and have answers that you might have difficulty to find, or clarity, or even more connection with your intuition and your higher self. So with that being said, I ask the person that comes to do work with me to write down questions that would like to be answered by your higher self, meaning questions that will be answered by yourself. The questions will be answered through yourself, for yourself, and by your own self, through the subconscious and the higher self that will come forward in the sessions. And one of the most common questions is, what is my purpose? And I found this in my own search to be such a common thing to think about. And also, as I started to research more into my self-study, how expanded and how big this can be, right? In the sense of the purpose is not something specific that we go to, but our primordial, primary purpose in life is to just be, right? It's just to be here, to be on this school that we call Earth. And this finding, I come to conclusion that it is from my own self-study, from the studies and the teachers that I've been in touch with, and also my own truth, right? So I just want to share with you guys about what I think the purpose is. So this primary purpose, we have the primary purpose and the secondary purpose. The primary purpose, it's always the same, and the primary purpose is the same for everything that is. Us being sons and daughters of the creation of nature of Earth, we can take this nature and this reality that we live in, that we call Earth, as a great example of how purpose in nature is just to be. You know, a flower, for example, doesn't think, what I'm going to do tomorrow, what is my purpose, what I have to do here. It just is, right? It comes from the essence of the divine within you just is, and the purpose is just to exist. So I think it's very important for us to reconnect with this primary purpose, because that brings in already a lot of acceptance and honestly a lot of more happiness when you come into a standpoint that you don't have to put so much pressure on yourself to discover what is your purpose, because your purpose is just to be. Now, the secondary purpose, and I believe that that's what is the purpose in which most people come to me, and not only to me, but to therapists and to in general. That's the question that haunts most of us what is my purpose, that's the secondary purpose that usually people are relating to. And the secondary purpose goes along with what I'm going to do for society, what I'm going to offer to people, what I'm going to do for my profession. And that's also mistaken, right? Because we start to identify ourselves with what we do, and that becomes a purpose, and it becomes a motive for happiness. So that's the one that it becomes a little bit tricky. And again, I'm coming here with my own experiences. All that I can do here is to share my experiences and my point of view. And I highly, highly recommend you all to find your own truth. And my findings got me to understand purpose as something that it's always in motion and always changing. For example, the purpose that I had 5 years ago was to work as a fitness professional, helping people at the gym to cultivate a healthy body, but along with that, a healthy mind as well, because that goes along together. A thought, it stimulates the body and feeds the body, and the body feeds the mind and feeds the thoughts that we have. A healthy body will bring you healthy thoughts. Unhealthy body will most likely create unhealthy thoughts, and that will become a vicious cycle. So at that time, that was my purpose. But right now, my secondary purpose is to be working with more of the spiritual side of the being, with wellness in general. That doesn't mean that I let go of the physical part, as I still teach yoga and I value very much so physical activity. But my secondary purpose now, it's pulling me to work with people in a different way. And it's not just that is my secondary purpose. In reality, my secondary purpose here is to hold space for self-study, self-healing, and self-development to happen. And that's what I find satisfaction and happiness. But also understanding that satisfaction and happiness will change, because it's the natural path of life, right? Just like as we use a flower to observe that the purpose is just being, just existing, I also use nature to observe this impermanence of it and how it's always changing. So, two purpose: primary purpose, just being; secondary purpose, which is always changing. So how do you find your secondary purpose? And once again, for me to find my secondary purpose is to check in with my truth. What are the things that I enjoy doing and that brings me pleasure, that brings me happiness, that brings me joy? This will give me already a clue of what my purpose is and what it is that I'm here to share with others, my brothers and my sisters. And once that you do the self-reflection, right, on the things that you like, you can still find yourself a little stuck into really find what it is that you're going to do with it. Mostly because society tells us that we should go to the most seen things to do as a purpose. And we tend to be stuck into those concepts that society gives to us. So I suggest you to make an assessment of those things that you enjoyed and you like, and then your belief system towards them, right? A really through honest review of your belief system. And I can give you a quick example. I don't want to get this video too long, but I want you to grasp a little bit of the idea, because maybe my perception and my perspective of purpose can help you at this moment. And that's my hope. So, for example, you find out that your purpose or the things that you enjoy doing it are related to gardening, and you love to be out in the garden and you love to take care of plants. And then society or your father, your boyfriend, or whoever is the person that is in your life, or even your old belief systems, when you grow up seeing and believing and in your education, you grow to learn, or you have the belief system that being a gardener, it's not good enough, or it's not something that's going to bring you financial wealth. And that holds you back from living on that purpose, and you're still questioning yourself if you have found your purpose or not. It could happen that that's not exactly what you want to do, but if you really go into that internal check-in and do a self-observation, meditate on it, and continue to explore and have experiences in your life, because you are here to have experiences, you go ahead and you find that gardening is what you really enjoy it. Then the next step is start to work on those belief systems and start to analyze them in a deeper way by writing, by doing work like hypnosis, illuminated quantum healing hypnosis, or even other techniques, and looking for a therapist that can help you bounce ideas back and forth so you can understand the root of that belief system, and then you can change so you can live your secondary purpose. The most important is to always be open to experiences. Experience life, try new things, and then you might find that secondary purpose that's going to allow you to have a more joyful life, a life in which that you can say, I live a life of purpose. But always remember that your primary purpose is just to exist. Your primary purpose is to be a being of light, and to be the expression of the divine on earth. So I really hope this video can bring a little bit of clarity into this subject of purpose. And if you want more information and a little bit more in-depth information of my perspective in it, stay tuned here on my channel. Subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on the social media too. I'm also going to leave the link here. You have questions about illuminated quantum healing or the other therapies that I do, like the Amazonian flower essences, you also can visit my website. I will also leave here in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for new videos. Go back, watch the videos that I already posted here, and I look forward to continue to strengthen this interaction with you all. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.